Welcome to book review of the Millionaire Next Door. So these are my 5 takeaway points. Please share your 5 takeaway points in the comments below, together with your favorite quote of the book. So who are the millionaires? Is it the people that are living in expensive neighborhoods? Well, yes, but the typical millionaire doesn't live there. They live next door. So what can we learn from these people so that one day we can call ourselves millionaires? So contrary to common beliefs, it's rarely luck or inheritance. And what do you think are the most common characteristics of a millionaire? What kind of lifestyle decisions do they make? What kind of planning do they do? How hard do they work? And did you know that most millionaires live well below their means? About 50% of them lives in the same house for 20 years. They spend about twice the average time on financial planning and investing. And they find freedom and financial security much more important than displaying high social status like watches or houses or cars. Also, millionaires never receive cash gifts from their parents. And they never tell their own children that they're wealthy. And they teach them discipline and frugality. They don't distribute any money to their children until they're at least 40 years old, because in this way, the money will have little effect on their way of life that they already established. 75% are entrepreneurs of the millionaires. Most of them are males in their 50s. They typically saved like a budget so they can keep their lifestyle for 10 years if anything would happen. Most of them have college degrees. 20% goes into investments, and they invest for the long run. So over 90% of them hold their investment for longer than a year. They don't buy expensive cars, and the 3 words that profile the affluent are frugal, frugal, frugal. Being frugal is the cornerstone of wealth building. The other thing they do is play defense. So let's do a quiz. Does your household operate on an annual budget? Do you know how much your family spends on each year on food and clothing and shelter? Do you have a clear defined set of weekly, daily, monthly goals? And do you spend a lot of time planning your future, your financial future? If you're a millionaire, the chances are most likely that you said yes to all the above. So rent or buy a house in a modest neighborhood, not in an upper class one. Live well below your means. Also remember, when you buy the newest phone, let's say £60 a month, over a 2-year period, you basically pay almost £1,500. And it's not just that £1,500, it's if you would have invested that money with stock markets, like 10% return, the compound effect of that after 50 years would be over 100,000. So is it still worth it to pay that money towards that new phone? And also the cost of time, not just the money. You're investing a lot of time in researching this new phone, staying up the newest fashion, where can you buy the best cars, best luxury art items, most beautiful clothing. You read a lot of reviews, and all of that time could have been spent on doing something else, like making money, like improving your business, learning about finances, time where you spend on setting up a budget plan for your household. Time and energy are finite resources. So how do you know if you're on the right track? Multiply your age times your realized pre-tax annual household income for all the sources except for inheritance, then divide them by 10. This will be, unless any inherited wealth, is what your net worth should be. So for example, Dr. A is 41 years old and makes 155,000 a year. He would multiply 155,000 times 41 and divide it by 10. So his net worth should be around 635,000. So calculate that for yourself and see if you're on the right track. Do you want to become financially dependent? Is your goal to become financially dependent? And remember, your plan should be sacrifice high consuming today for independence tomorrow. So this is how the typical millionaire thinks before they make any purchases. And you have a choice to make. Do you choose a lifetime of high taxes and, living in high neighborhoods and pricey vehicles? There's a lot of tax coming with that. Or do you drive a modest car and in a modest home? Summary of the video. 1. They live well below their means. They allocate the time and money efficiently. 3. They believe that financial independence is more important than displaying high social status. 4. Their parents did not provide any money for their education or for their house or for their car, right? Their adult children are economically self-efficient. 6, they're proficient in targeting market opportunities. 7, they choose the right occupation. So this is typical. And remember, frugal, frugal, frugal. My favorite quote of the book is, wealth is more often lifestyle result, planning, and most of all, self-discipline. Thank you. Looking forward to your favorite quotes of the book.